Hi, I'm Gus from Drone TV, and today we are at the HAI Heli Expo at the Anaheim Convention Center in Anaheim, California. Let's check out the show.
Hello, my name is Glenn Rowling. I'm the Director of Business Development here at Flair Systems. We're here at the Heli Expo 2014 show here in Anaheim, California. Flair Systems itself, we produce and manufacture infrared images. What infrared cameras do, actually, is they detect differences in temperature. They're looking for the differences in temperature from one pixel to another, and that's how it creates an image. So as you can see on the image here, a person that's much warmer than the background behind it appears to be white to the normal viewer, the casual viewer. It's very sensitive technology, and that to get an image, when I say an image, I mean a difference in temperature. It only requires around about 0.2 degrees C temperature difference to actually see difference from one pixel to another. That can be shown here in some of the images we see, actually people walking around, looking around. You can actually see where people have been standing, where they've been walking, footprints, everything else. So infrared technology itself is very useful in many different ways. It's used for surveillance and reconnaissance. It's used in the medical industry. You can actually have a camera and do what they call radiometric imaging with it. And what that actually does for you, it actually gives you a temperature of a certain spot on the camera. So certain colors will show up different temperatures will show up as different colors. Similar to many have seen probably the movie The Predator, where Predator actually filmed some of the predator animal himself, and he showed up in this color palette. That was actually filmed with one of our cameras as well. And the color palette actually tells you the differences in temperature within the person. Another great example inside that movie was when I believe it was Mr. Schwarzenegger actually was hid in the bank of the little stream there and covered himself with mud. And what that did is it camouflaged him to the predator, because predator was actually looking for a difference in temperature. By covering himself in mud, he made himself the same temperature as the mud that surrounds him. So it's very difficult for the predator to actually see him. So the technology itself has been around for many years, since the late 70s. It's evolved heavily since then, all the way to high definition imaging that we're seeing now. Most people are used to high definition cameras for the day camera that you see on news and everything else. We're into high definition cameras and infrared imaging. We led that market to true high definition cameras in all of our products, from our handheld products all the way up into our gyro stabilized high-end systems.
So I'm Tom Churchill from Churchill Navigation. We're located in Boulder, Colorado. I'll show you a little bit about the augmented reality system we're developing here for use with gyro-stabilized cameras. So the problem you're typically faced with when you're viewing one of these camera system outputs is you're looking at a video image, and the question you have is, where's the bad guy located at? So what we do is we provide a system that allows you to press a single button, have all of the streets labeled on the screen, press that same button again, and see all of the individual house addresses displayed. The other thing you might want to do is know exactly where these businesses are, because that's the information that the officer on the ground can use to gauge where he's located at. What they can do is they can go into the menu system here, choose the point information, come down here and turn on the business names. So now what we have is the ability to say, I've got a vehicle on South 9th, he's turning right onto Catella Avenue. He's proceeding eastbound at about 70 miles an hour. He's just passing South Walnut. And he's pulling into the parking lot of the Denny's restaurant. So that's the kind of actionable information that an officer on the ground can use to do what he needs to do to accomplish his job. The way that we do that is by creating a three-dimensional model of the Earth, very similar to Google Earth. And what we can do is we can actually take a look at that 3D model of the Earth by fading back and forth between the real world and our virtual world here. And what we can also do is we can control these cameras independently. So we can zoom in and see additional detail. or we can zoom out and see other areas that a person might be interested in. We can also change the perspective, so we can come in here, we can see where our aircraft is flying, and we can see where the camera is looking at right now. This can be used for change detection. So in the military, for example, they might want to know, has this Earth been disturbed? And what they can do is they can fade between the live video image and a previously recorded image and see if there's been any change there. So that's the ARS system. It also allows you to search for items. So if you want to, you can come in here and find objects. This works very much the same way that Google Earth would work. So I can come in here and I can type in the name of an address, and it'll start showing us addresses near where we're looking at. Or I can come in here and I can search for the name of a business. So if I were to type in Denny's, we'll find the Denny's restaurants that are close by. All of this together is what allows the officer in the air to communicate with the officers on the ground, make them a single team that's working towards a common goal.
My name's Richard Lane. I'm the owner of the company IMAS New Zealand Limited. We manufacture cloudburst fire buckets and ground effect spreading buckets. The cloudburst fire bucket is used for aerial firefighting under helicopters. It's usually slung off a single long line, sometimes 100 feet long. This is a dip fill bucket. It has a pneumatic valve in it, so it's operated through compressed air. Has a stainless steel valve on the bottom, a urethane bag, weighted front lip, and comes in various sizes, anything from 200 litres through to 10,000 litres.
Eaglecopters booth. We're a Calgary, Alberta-based company. Sales, leasing, and maintenance. What you see behind you is a Bell 407 with the Honeywell HTS 900 engine. It's a re-engine program that we've undertaken, mostly to benefit the hot and high applications. We hope to have Transport Canada certification in a month, follow closely behind with the FAA certification. You can visit us on our website, Eaglecopters.com, and there's a wealth of information available. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Hi, we're at the city of Fort Lauderdale. We own and operate the Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport and the downtown helistop. The Fort Lauderdale downtown helistop is the only public-use, publicly owned and operated helistop in the state of Florida. It's located in the heart of downtown, within walking distance of over 124 restaurants. It's 8 miles from the beach and conveniently located between Fort Lauderdale International Airport, Palm Beach International Airport, and of course Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. Tour operators will pick up tourists to take up and down the beach. Photographers get picked up to photograph boats throughout the area. It's popular with local pilots who operate privately operated helicopters, stopping in for lunch or dinner at one of the restaurants.
Taking sports fans to the Dolphin games.
All right, my name is Chris Meyer, General Manager of Scott's Bell 47, and today we're talking about and displaying our Bell 47 GT6 featuring Sagem's ICDS 8A displays, which gives you primary functional display capability, multi-function display capability, and engine management systems to display all power plant related parameters, temperatures, pressures, torque, everything you need to fly a light turbine helicopter. One of the other things that we're proud of to feature is also a rear-facing camera, which is displayed through one of the multifunction displays on the ICDS displays. That really, the idea is to enhance the safety of the flight so you have a better idea of what is occurring at the tail of the aircraft. And that is available for viewing in a half screen display or a full screen display to kind of widen up the viewability on the display. The other thing that we're really proud of on these or with these displays is they are very configurable. You can go to a base level where essentially you just have your engine parameter information all the way up to full IFR training capability. So that includes a HSI type of display presented on the primary flight display as fed by our Garmin GTN 650. And that Garmin GTN 650 will also feed position information and altitude information onto the the multifunction display. And that positioning information is compared against the SAGEM's internal database, which includes terrain, obstacles, many of the features that are common with multifunction displays. The 47s are the aircraft of choice for agriculture. Row crop spraying, dry material application for mosquito control abatement. That's really kind of the prime or the core of our flight operations side of our business. We're based out of Le Sueur, Minnesota, which is about an hour south and west of Minneapolis, St. Paul.
We're 24/7 search and rescue company out of the Gulf of Mexico. It's Air Helicopters partnered with Priority One, guys in blue. Cockpit's configured for two pilots, one left seat, one right seat. We've got dual Goodrich hoist. We've got flight controls up front to where we can control the aircraft from either side. The screens we've got over here is our primary flight display, gives us our attitude navigation equipment. Our multifunction display gives us engine parameters. We can go through system diagnostics. We can go through, like you may have just seen, the tail fin camera, which you can't see here because of the current lighting, but we've got a hoist that we can monitor from up front. We've got different maps and stuff that we can use for navigation.
In the back here, we have a crew of 3. We have a critical care paramedic, a rescue swimmer, and a hoist operator who are also medically qualified. What we do is search and rescue in EMS. As far as search and rescue, we have marine capability as well as land or mountainous terrain. The cabin is configured basically like a small ICU. We have cardiac monitor, IV pumps, 3-channel. We also have ventilator in case we have to intubate a patient and have a long transport. And once we get a hold of that patient, we provide medical care from once the medic gets his hands on them. Even if we have to hoist them, the medic will come up with that patient until we deliver them to definitive care, which would either be the emergency room or a cath lab or the trauma center. We are based out of Louisiana and Texas. We service the Gulf of Mexico, mainly the oil industry and commercial entities that are out there.
Thanks for watching the show, and we'll see you next time on Drone TV.